On this dark day, we are skipping our normally lighthearted segment with Carlene because we want to focus and bring you the latest on the tragedy in Texas.
At the top of our newscast, our Jesse Pagan gave you kind of the nuts and bolts, the essentials of what's happening right now. We wanted to take you a little bit closer. This is a look at how our sister station in San Antonio is covering the story on the ground.
We've seen a lot of members of law enforcement start to walk through these doors at the Civic Center, and then we're seeing more parents walking in to pick up their children here. And then, of course, we're hearing and witnessing the heartbreak from other loved ones who are walking out in tears. They are being escorted by members of the sheriff's office, and of course we are giving them their space. This is as close as we are going to get, and it is just absolutely heartbreaking to witness, you know, what appear to be grandparents, parents, district officials just get very, very emotional as they are walking out of this building. We do have chairs that are set up outside of the Civic Center right now, and we have some district officials who are waiting here, and then members of law enforcement continue to secure the perimeter around this building. They are almost to West Main Street, where the Civic Center is located, and they're armed at the doors, just making sure that only family members get inside, that only other law enforcement personnel or district officials get inside.
The devastation, the heartbreak is just palpable here. I will say in the past 20 minutes at least, I have not seen a lot of parents come out with their kids. I have seen parents come in and then come out maybe 10 minutes later without them. Just a few minutes ago, I spoke to one man who was here looking for his niece. They've been kind of getting the runaround, and they have not been able to find his niece, so we are absolutely praying for the best possible outcome for that family. Other families walking out with their kids over the last hour or so, understandably, visibly upset. We do want to be very respectful during this very difficult time, so we have not been pushing them too hard to talk to us about one of the scariest days of their lives. But if I take a step out right now, you can see that it is still mostly just district officials, staff, a lot of media, and of course law enforcement. Uvalde CISD did say that the dismissal process is taking place at on their campuses. They're asking that parents please stay in their vehicles while picking up their children. And over, I want to say, an hour ago, parents were asked to start picking up their students at the regular dismissal times at those campuses. Now, earlier today, there was this whiteboard with about more than a dozen teacher names. Those are the teachers' classrooms who were brought to the De Leon Civic Center. But again, Audrey, we're still seeing some parents, family members, and loved ones walk into the building and then coming out a few moments later without any students. So we are not totally sure how many people are in there or how many students are in there, but it's something that we are going to stay out here and keep an eye on.
Now you can see in the front of the school, we have a little bit better perspective now from where we're standing. That is San Antonio SWAT team in that the large Humvee vehicle out there. We saw the DEA here earlier today. We know the FBI crime scene investigative unit is here as well. We do know that most of the investigation is focused on the back of the school. We can't see where that law enforcement group is gathered any longer since we had to change positions, but you can see a canopy behind the school towards the back. I believe earlier somebody said the teacher's parking lot. Audrey said the teacher's parking lot. So that is where it looks like a command center is set up, and that's where the focus of the investigation is. However, we were just told that investigation is moving different areas closer to the front of the school. That's why we were asked to move at this time. And I can also tell you we're kind of tight over here with all the media that's starting to line up, but other community members have come out here today. We just talked to a school district employee, and I asked her, does she have a child at the school? And she just said, no, I just wanted to be here. Henry was just talking about how close and tight-knit this community is, and that's very true. Everyone here cares about each other, and including all the law enforcement right now, many of them from this community, DPS, Border Patrol, Sheriff's Office, who are from this community and may have friends or family members, children. They'll go to the school here. So it's definitely hitting this community very hard right now.
And I believe that was Vanessa Croy from our affiliate KENS in San Antonio. You also saw Alicia Nieves and Victoria De Leon reporting. Obviously, all of them impacted covering it. You could hear Victoria's voice shaking as she was reporting. Understandable in the circumstance.
Few things are more traumatizing than to witness a parent go through that heart-wrenching moment to find out what happened to their kid.
Yeah, it is a challenge. More of the 4 is coming up after this short break.